Yo, donation and mining family, what's going on? What's up? What's up? What's going on, Crypto Bedell? What's going on, all you happy hashers out there? As you guys are sliding on in, don't forget to smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, share this out on your favorite socials. You know, helps me grow the channel out to more of you awesome FA people. Yo, what's up, MC? What up, dude? What up, my dude? What's going on, everybody? Hopefully, everybody's having a great beginning of the week. I know I got myself a good workout this morning. So yeah, I got myself just as many pumpamentals as that sweet busy Bitcoin. Yo, what's up with that? Oh, oop. Let's see here. Oh, wrong camera. I want that one. And then the other one can actually get turned off because I don't need that one. Yeah, there we go. So, I've got just as good of pumpamentals as that sweet busy Bitcoin. You think we're gonna hit 30,000 by the end of the week, guys? FA in the chat if you think we're hitting 30,000 by the end of the week. Minimum. Hell, man, the way that it's going right now, it looks like we might get it by the end of today, guys. I mean, we're less than $500 away from 30K, guys. Yo. I mean, we could certainly hit that tonight, if not by the end of the week. So, you guys think we can do it? We got Bedell thinking, yeah. We got MC thinking, yeah. Rude's like going, no, we're gonna get right here and then we're gonna come back down. What up, all you beautiful people? Yo, what up, gun dude? What up, my dude? So, we got a lot of the market in the green right now. Bitcoin is up basically it's up 3.75%. Coming up to that 4% up. Nothing else is really outperforming Bitcoin in a perspective of that. But everything is going to see most things should see green right now. What shouldn't see green are going to be your stable coins, because people are going to be trading out of those, going back into altcoins or going into Bitcoin. What up, the Deadwood? What up? Don't forget, guys, smash that lizardy like button, guys. Yo. It's like, so as Bitcoin goes up, everybody else is like, green light. Bitcoin goes down, red light. You see how this goes, right? So we're gonna be seeing a lot of the coins that we've all been mining as of lately also having that pump on there. We've seen that. What is it? All right. So we got Dynex. It's up. It's up almost 2.5%. So if you've been holding on to that Dynex, you are up 2.5%. It is trading at 20 cents. Oh my God, you're rich. No. But at least your position's up, right? Over the course of the 7 days, you're still down 11%. Dun dun dun. So I mean, it's not like you're really going to be seeing. You're just seeing in the past 24 hours you're up, but overall you are down. So I mean, if you've got coin back when it was at 26 cents and it was mined at 26 cents, you were still underwater on that coin, right? If you mined it and it was at almost 30 cents, right? You are underwater right now on those particular coins. Now, if you're like myself, as soon as I get a payout, I trade it out immediately. I have hedged all of that and I am doing good. To me, that's how I've been doing my mining when it comes down to speculative mining or just shitcoin mining like this. Is just the fact that I traded out into Bitcoin, and overall, I typically outperform the market. Typically, because like I'm up with my Litecoin and Bitcoin, right? Where overall, had I kept the coin that I had mined from Dynex 7 days ago, I'd be underwater right now, right? That's basically what you're looking at here. So because I cashed that out right away, right into Litecoin. Yo, I mitigated this loss. I do not carry this 11% loss from what I mined. So I mean that's just kind of food for thought for all of you guys out there that are guys and gals that are mining. That we are, you got to look at when you particularly mine that coin. Is that particular coin up or down in its position? Now, if you're like myself and you just mine right into Litecoin and Bitcoin, you got less to worry about on this front, right? Let's see. Nexa here. With the market being up, this is when you start paying attention to a little bit of this stuff, right? So market is up. Nexa is up 1.63% in the 24 hours. In the past 7 days, you are still 18.7% down in the last 7 days, guys. That's still you're still ouch, Now on a coin that you're looking at 4 zeros deep. Realistically, when you're dealing with a token that has that little value, I can fart and you're looking at a lot of change in that particular coin. It's easy to see huge growth because all it has to do is hit a penny from here and you're thousands of percent up. But are you really up overall in your position? You're talking nominal, really, at the end of the day. It makes more of a difference if you hold on to it and it has its meteoric rise and you mined it at 0.00002 of a penny and it's not down the road it hits $100. Bro, you're winning. Is that something that every coin's going to experience? No. Is it a gamble at that point when you're dealing with a coin this new? Yeah. So I just kind of keep that in mind whenever you're holding on to coins. Is like which coins, why, and how much of a change are you really going to see, right? The 1 month on this particular coin, you're still up 165%. So I mean, overall, you're only talking about 7 days. So if you've only been mining for 7 days on here, you're down. If you've been mining overall over the past month, you're still up. Year to date, you're still up. So it depends on where your data starts and to how current, where it is today. So just kind of keep that in mind whenever you're looking at some of these things, right? Radiant. This is one that people have been mining too. This one's up 7% in the 7 days. We're up 2.5% in 24 hours. We are up almost 430% in the last month and up 238% in the year to date. So pretty much if you guys have been mining on this and holding on to it, bro, you're still up. You're doing good no matter where you started mining it. You could have started mining it this morning or in the last 7 days and you're still ahead. So keep that in mind of what we're mining to, and if you are mining it and again trading it right off into Bitcoin or Litecoin, all you're doing at that point is you're cutting the volatility out of holding on to a smaller cap coin. Bitcoin and Litecoin being a more of a mature market, the market's not going to sway as violently. It still can overall, but Litecoin and Bitcoin will mitigate some of that to a greater extent versus, again, a coin that's sub penny. It just takes somebody with what, let's say $5,000, and they can manipulate the price on this. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's like I mined it all week long to trade Ogre and swapped it to BTC. Nice. So I mean, all you're doing when you're swapping directly into Bitcoin is that you're taking in the value where you got paid out, and you're locking the value in place. Is that a bad play? No. Is holding on to it a bad play? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes it doesn't make any difference. So I mean, It depends on how much, it's like if you swap it out into Bitcoin right away, you're just getting rid of a lot of your risk tolerance. If you don't have a high risk tolerance like I don't, I want to make sure I can lock in the value of what it is so I can assure that it has a higher probability of being there when I need to spend it. So that's just something that you got to be able to decide how you want to handle trade, mining on altcoins like this. We are in that speculative market. Market is starting to turn around things. We're almost to a point where a lot of coins are going to be profitable. So if you have a favorite project out there, some of those projects are becoming profitable to mine, and you don't have to mine projects you don't believe in. So, I mean, keep an eye out on that. 11 cents, 12 cents a kilowatt hour is now you are in profits. So, it's like if you don't want to deal with the heat at your house or noise at your house for mining, certainly do send it over to the family mine. Once we get our power, we can host it for you. Yo, I know. Shameless shill. It's okay. Or if you're like myself and I've been eyeballing this going, where is this market going? Because it's not that I'm trading in and out of Bitcoin, guys. I like to know how many Satoshis am I going to be losing when I pay my bills. So here we are looking at Bitcoin, and it has been, since I've been talking about it, I've been damn near calling the playbook out on this. Our capture line should be here now as a ground floor. We've respected it 3 different times and bounced off of it, right? We wicked directly off of it. And then we've been, with a lot of the uncertainty in traditional finance markets right now, a lot of people have been, including myself, have been going, okay, the market just needs to trade sideways until the governments figure out what the hell they're going to be doing here. And now it looks like we're heading into breakout territory. I would say that we should see another leg up, guys. I'm hoping that's what we're looking at right now. Is the next leg up on the market. So we've been printing out buy signals. So everything kind of looks like we're in a little bit of a mini bull run here. I hope that we basically pop up like we did back here, and then flatline out a little bit again. This is healthy market stair stepping. Please let it be textbook. That's all I can say. Let it be textbook. That's the only thing I can hope for at this point. It helps me not spend so much Satoshis. Now, I don't mind if it just like pops off and I'll be like, all right, I'm going to pay the rent for the rest of the year. We're good, right? So, yeah. Let's go ahead and look at some of the other things. Now that we got some people in here, let's go ahead and look at that hardware. So the RTX 4070 gets official performance claims. Now, do know that NVIDIA releases this stuff and they are going to cherry pick the information that they are giving out, right? So just kind of keep that in mind while you're looking at some of this stuff, that it might not pertain to your particular video game, guys. So this one, the ADA plus the DLSS 3. So from the 3080 standpoint, you're basically looking at a 1x performance gain. Now this is for the the ray tracing stuff, so it's going to be a little bit better on the ray tracing, a little bit better than the 3070 Ti, and a little bit better than that on the 3070. I don't know what their measurement really is on this, but it's at 1440p, right? Here's where it kind of like where they start like looking into it a little bit. Witcher 3, the 4070 is probably about I'd say like about 20% more of an uptick over what looks like to be the 3070 Ti. It looks like it's about a 30% uptick, which realistically, that's to me on par. Nothing special. And this is going to be, it's like we don't know where their settings were, exactly with everything, right? I don't know about you. I don't play with my settings hopped up on ultra or ultra nightmare settings, because of the fact that it is really intensive on the hardware. Not all hardware can just brute force that straight out like that. So I tend to just do movie quality stuff. So it's high or extremely high, but not the ultra. I usually go at least one notch underneath the ultra, and it gives me good performance. I don't notice a difference between, with just one step up. And that's how I was even with my 1070 and my 1070 Ti that I had, my 550 Ti that I used to have. It's like try to get it up on high to movie quality. That's usually where, it streams good. You start pushing the frame rates out, you start pushing the quality out really high, and then start streaming, and either your computer gets unhappy while streaming a lot and it becomes a little unstable, or, you just don't get enough out of it, right? And you're using all the extra wattage to be able to do this. So just kind of know that running it on ultra, not all of us is going to be doing that. But it does show a performance difference that the newer 88 cards are able to muscle through it a little bit better than last generation. I would hope so. Some of that is to do with the new ray tracing engine in there. So, and some of these games have been optimized with the 4070 now. So you should see, or the 40 class GPUs, you should be able to see a lot of these games have been targeted to be able to functionality with those, with their new way that they are doing all the pigments and everything. The pixels being rendered out are being done in a different order now, and you're starting to see some of that performance being able to have that uptick now. And that's where I was saying, gaming wise, you're going to see a lot of these 40 series GPUs. They're going to be great for gaming. You're going to see a difference from last gen to this gen because they've done a ray tracing leap forward with their next generation on that. Cool. What does that mean for mining? Not much. You're probably going to be looking at about a 10 to 20% uptick in mining. The big thing that I would be taking away from it would be that I would think that you were going to see better energy consumption, so it'll be more efficient to be mining with these newer hardware. So with that, I think we're going to see a good mining performance with the 4070 and the 4070 Ti. Depending on the pricing on there, I think that's going to be that big tick in there. $600. I would really like to see it at that $400 for a 70 class GPU. But that's me being a cheap ass to begin with. That's just me. I don't think at $600 to $800, $900, I don't think a 70 class GPU is giving me that kind of value back. So even for mining wise, I don't see that value coming back. So I'll sit back, wait for these things to come down in price. And maybe later on this year, I might start grabbing some of these. Maybe. No guarantee on that. But it's like we should see some pretty good performance coming off of them, even with mining on there. 70 class to 70 class. If you've ever kind of followed it, it's usually you're looking at least a 10 to 15% uptick in base performance. So unless the AI or the ray tracing cores can be utilized during mining, you are not going to see any kind of crazy uptick realistically. So grabbing the newer hardware, is it worth grabbing that, selling off your 30 series for the new 40 series? No, I don't see enough of a value proposition to do that. I would sit there and say continue mining it. You probably got at least another generation or two before, for mining purposes, you're going to be looking at starting to phase out some of that stuff. And that's, that's just the nature of the beast whenever it comes down to it, because after about 2 to 3 generations, you're looking at now a 30, should be like right around that 30% uptick in performance difference from base performance. So that's usually where I start going, okay, now it's time. I'm going to be doing that. It's like I have kept my RX 580 rig. I've got one rig, and I'm even considering selling those off. And my 1070s. Not that they're not bad. It's just that, following my own rules, we're a couple of generations out. It's now time to start looking at retiring some of the older hardware. Somebody who is looking for more of a budget rig is going to definitely benefit from that, right? That's just that's how it should. That's how the mining industry should work, And then you guys know that I constantly rant and rave. If you're going to make an all-white GPU, damn it, make it with a white PCB. Power Color, were you listening to me? Because they came out with a white PCB. The White Hellhound has a white PCB, fellas. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's like, why cheap out on it? If you're going to go all white, do white. The only thing that I would sit there and say that they need to go the one extra mile on, it's one more step to make it a white edition, which is going to be making the connectors on there white. So that if you are looking at any aspect of this GPU, if you're not looking at in an aluminum fin stack, you should be looking at anything that's on there as white. I can understand the edges of the PCB having that copperish tone to it. I'm absolutely okay with that. But that would be the only thing I think I can criticize with the all white build, is that they just need to make the connector all white. And then they have paid attention to detail. So Power Color, if you are listening, please give us white PCIe connectors, please. It should be just one bin over, it's white. One bin's black, one bin's white. And then, because I don't like to do white builds. I mean, it's not my thing. But only because I got cats, I would be in a perpetual state of cleaning. So trying to save myself from just always cleaning my rigs, I'm not going to do a whole all white rig. So, but few of my friends, they do have white rigs, and it looks clean. It looks sharp. White LEDs, white cables from cable mods. Everything white. They even go ahead and white power supply. They go ahead and they'll go get a custom power supply cable that for the main power for your power supply, and they'll get that in white. This way, everything is white. And they get nuts with it. Some people they pay attention to the detail like that. And I think that's just one. I want to say I want to say that the Galax Hall of Fame. Let me double check here. Do they? No. And Galax does not do it either. They have black freaking connectors. Everything else is white. Yep. All right, so Galax does not do that. So unfortunately, if you're trying to do a clean all white build, you're stuck with black connectors. What up to Deadwood? He's like, I'm listening. Awesome, my dude. Awesome. Thank you for listening. And if you guys are using older CPUs from Intel, and you're on Skylake, I think Skylake was right after Coffee Lake. Their GPU drivers are end of life. There will be no more updates for their CPU for their like 6700K lineup. So their 6000 series lineup. Not going to be supported on the GPU driver. Now, it doesn't mean that it's not going to work anymore, guys. It doesn't mean that. It just means that for anything that is any program outside of launching Windows or launching Linux, you're not gonna be guaranteed to have driver support to be able to run the game, to run whatever program. That's all that it means. So for the purpose of debugging, right? So if you're having weird issues and you're trying to rule out a GPU problem, it'll still boot up from the GPU that's built into them. It's just, again, you're not going to have full support for it. But for, putting OS on there, changing BIOS, something stupid like that will work just fine. I've got CPUs that are, from 2018 that, Intel no longer does any of the support on that either. And I'm fine. Stuff that was pre-Coffee, Coffee Lake and older, they've been end of life this whole time. And all those integrated graphics all still work. It's just, it's integrated graphics. It's not meant to work well. So it doesn't mean that, oh my God, my mining equipment, if I'm running a Skylake CPU, I've got to get rid of this now and get a new and go into the new hardware. Nope, not necessarily, guys. So just kind of keep that in mind. That this is what it's going to be. So, yep. Right here, and going into what is profitable out there, ladies and gentlemen, right? Everybody wants to know, hey, if I were to mine right now, what's the most profitable thing for me? So, bam. We all come on to what to mine or now hashrate.no to sit there and really look at all of these different metrics that we need to know, right? And also realize that some of the metrics you got to dig a little deeper in, right? So if I were to sit there and do the 3080 and it's at 11 cents per kilowatt hour, right? And I hit calculate, bam, right? It's going to give me this Gremlink coin on Zhash, making me 16 cents a day on a 3080. And Conflux will make you 13 cents. Alphimium make 8 cents. But check this out. Radiant would be making you 31 cents. Why is that not at the very top? It's near the top. But it would require somebody to look past the first thing. So whenever you're looking at this, guys, not all the data metrics are actually accurate, right? Even here, Flux, you're not losing money on this, guys. Parallel assets, are you going to make a whole lot of money? No. I would probably put this being probably as profitable. I would probably put it almost as profitable as Xano. Anywhere you're either going to be breaking even or up to about 3 to 4 cents on Flux, because this does not account for the parallel assets in here. So just kind of keep that in mind whenever you're looking at some of this stuff, that sometimes you already know what your metrics are, what's going to be the most profitable with what you got. Same thing over here, right? Here we got let's see here. The 3090 Ti, right? It's saying Nexa, right? Nexa making 21 cents. But if you open it up and you look at it, Radiant, it's making 32 cents. Why is it recommending Nexa if it's making you less money after electric? Less money. It's offering it to you. Dynex is not bad if you've got a good CPU. If you have a lackluster CPU, don't even mind this. If you are not getting at least within 200 hash of you should be at minimum 4,100 hash a second on Dynex. If you are anything less, your CPU is not good enough, and you're not going to get the full mining potential off of this. So that means you're making even less money. That means if you're trying to mine Dynex and you have a lackluster CPU, you could be earning less than you would even be mining a Nexa. Alphium is more. It would be more profitable at this point than Nexa. It's like, so kind of do your research on this and look onto the backside of a lot of this stuff, right? You could be going on the NiceHack. If you want to have just earn Bitcoin, you don't even want to deal with it. Earn Bitcoin, call it a day. Your everything's mined into one spot. You're earning Bitcoin, right? And you'd be doing pretty good. You'd be looks like basically NiceHash would be taking 2 cents off per day off of you. Because or 3 cents. So, because it's saying K heavy hash. Why would it be mining Caspa? So it's taking a penny off. I wonder if NiceHash doesn't have Radiant support, and that's why. Because I would almost suspect that NiceHash would want to be mining on Radiant and not Caspa. But yep, it is what it is. They're mining on Caspa. They're basically taking a penny from you in your revenue per day. With a 30, and this is on a 3090 Ti. Kind of keep that in mind. So, you kind of come on down. You can go down even on the other things. Let's see. This is a 3070 Ti laptop. I never recommend mining on laptops. Please, for the love of God, if you're going to do it as an experiment and then shut it off. You know what I'm saying? Gather your data and then stop mining on it. That's how you blow up batteries. And that's how you destroy charging bricks. We're talking about melting stuff down, smoke damage, all that good stuff. But you got a 3070 in there, right? It's telling you to mine Nexa, 28 cents per day. You can be mining Radiant at 46 cents a day. Wow, this would make more money on a frickin' on Radiant than a 3090 Ti. That's hilarious. Hilarious. And it would be doing it at so little wattage too, because it'd be a laptop GPU. 47 watts. Damn. That's not bad. That is not bad. It's like I switched over to Radiant currently too. Nice. If you have a regular 3070 non-TI 3070, it's saying Nexa. You go click on it, and Nexa would be making 20 cents a day. Radiant would make you 22 cents a day. Caspa would make you 28 cents a day. So Caspa would actually be the better thing to be mining on here. And 2 miners just gave support for Caspa, guys. So if you guys mine a lot on 2 miners, but they don't have the auto switching into Bitcoin for it. So there's that drawback. So you either are stuck mining to having your own wallet for Caspa, and you're mining to your own wallet, or you're mining to an exchange. It's like my 1660 Ti's are killing it on that Radiant. I know, they're so power efficient. So bloody power efficient. 3070s too. Nice. And here we got the NVIDIA CMP90HX, the mining specific card. They're saying Meow Coin at 15 cents. Again, Radiant at 18 cents. Caspa, nope. Radiant looks like it'd be the winner. So Radiant would be better on the CMP90HX versus anything else. Why they're suggesting some low-level coin on there that has low volume also blows my mind. I think it's to throw people off. They look at it and go, oh, that's what I'm supposed to mine. I'm telling you, that's like kind of what it feels like. So the 7900 XTX, not very much that they can mine on, it looks like. 14 cents on Caspa, 5 cents on Ethereum Classic. And I'm sure that there's support for it to be able to mine on Radiant. They just don't have data for it. It's like a lot of the stuff, 6600s. How many of you guys have 6600s out there? Caspa and Radiant are good to mine on. Alphium, 26 cents. Radiant, 26 cents. Caspa, 26 cents. So, yeah, you got a choice of Alphium, Radiant, and Caspa now, all making the same thing. I'm the nice hack of switch hitting. Ooh. So, I mean, kind of look into all of that stuff. Arc, what can the Intel do anything fancy? 5 cents on Beam, 4 cents on Ethereum Classic, 4 cents on Flux. Alphium would make you 14 cents. So Alphium would be the winner on this one for the Arc A750. I got an Arc A380. If you got a good CPU, 12 cents on that. Otherwise, you'd be looking at Alphium. Not bad, not bad. And it's like, and we're going to be looking at a lot of the same data. So, I mean, I got a 6800 XT. What are you going to suggest here? 25 cents on Caspa. 22 cents on Radiance. So a small nominal difference. Now, if you're splitting up your hash rate and maximizing each potential card, not bad, right? But note that some of these things, if you've mined it before, kind of keep in mind of what your payouts were and what it was actually earning you in real time. Some of this stuff is not always accurate. It is just like a measuring stick. It's like, but nobody's measuring stick is the same. We got 5 different measuring sticks, and the 1 inch mark is in a slightly different spot for each one of them. Why we can't standardize this, I'm not sure. Is not the A750 just a worse 3060? It can't. I mean, you could look at it that way. But I mean, at the same time, I guess I'm giving Intel a little bit of leeway with their first GPU product in decades to market. So I don't hit them on it like that. I just go, hey, this is a budget-friendly GPU. Depending on where your budget is, if a $180 to $200 card is more in your budget, then you could probably afford one of these. And overall, with the driver support coming out, they are getting better, much better. So the Arc GPUs, I think, are coming around. Are they like mind blowing, performance. No. But for what it is, not bad at all. RX 580s, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at that. RX 580s. If you had the good CPU that they were sitting on, you could be making 11 cents per day on Dynex. Otherwise, you're going to be looking at everybody else can do Alphium at 11 cents or Radiant and Caspa at 9 cents. Ethereum Classic and Caspa for 9 cents and 8 cents per day. So you could be dual mining that and actually getting a little bit better with that combination, guys. If you are mining Ethereum Classic and Caspa at the same time, you could be making, 17 cents a day, basically. So keep that in mind also when you're looking at some of these things of what the true payout profitability wise is. And I make even a little bit better on my RX 580s. Why, might you ask, that I'm actually doing better with my RX 580s than you could? If you haven't stripped your fans off and put them into a server case, it's like I've got 8 RX 580 Asus ROG Strix, right? Triple fans. I've removed all the fans off of them. So I am saving all that wattage from the fans. So I'm just a pinch more profitable with my RX 580s with the configuration that I have right now. It is worth putting some certain GPUs 100% into servers just for this fact alone, that I was able to take the fans off of them and just mine them to death. They will sit in that case until they die. It's like everybody just needs to, whenever you're looking at some of these GPUs, how can you make it more efficient? Unplug the LEDs on there if you can. That frees up a whole bunch of power. If you've got 1,000 GPUs that have RGB on there, do you really need it? It's not going to make your card run any better. And the card won't know that you unplugged it, but your power bill will. Just saying. So that will be something that will be happening at the facility here, as whenever I go through, or whenever Mikkel goes through a particular GPU, we'll be instructing each other no longer to be replugging back in the LED strips. Save the power. If you're on Hive, the Hive does have a thing where you can turn them off the RGB, but it doesn't always work. A lot of times it works better just to unplug it. So, yeah. And guys, moving on to the next bit of things, be careful when you're downloading stuff. We are having that time of year happening again, guys. So stay frosty out here. MSI hack. Watch out for malicious fake software. So it looks like some of their BIOSes and firmware. So like basically their source code got leaked. So now because the source code got leaked, you got to be careful about where you're grabbing even MSI Afterburner, MSI GPU drivers, BIOS updates. I would almost sit there and kind of, give it a few weeks for this to kind of blow over before I would even trust even MSI themselves at this point. Make sure that nothing, it's like I don't want anybody downloading anything that's messed up. So if you're grabbing MSI Afterburner and it is not an official copy coming directly from MSI themselves, do not download it. You're looking at a potential, it can do damage, or you can be hacked. So stay frosty, everybody. They're not really sure exactly the extent of it. of all of this, but be careful. According to Bleeping Computer, the ransom group has posted the evidence that it's been able to steal MSI source code, BIOS firmware, private keys, 1.5 terabytes of other information crucial to MSI hardware. The criminals are asking for $4 million in ransom to stop from releasing the full cache of data onto the web. While avoiding specifics, MSI warns customers not to download BIOS, UEFI files, or firmware from any source except for directly from on MSI's website. I would say don't even do that, because if you don't even realize that you think you are on MSI's website and you have been redirected to a spoofed website, do not trust it. Give this a few weeks, up to a month, before dealing with anything on MSI themselves, until some of the stuff is resolved. I always try, this is just a word of the caution. It's all it is. Just give it a good month if you're able to. If not, I understand. And here we go. Bitcoin hash rate spikes as analysts say miners coming back online. Yo, this is so awesome. So the hash rate has spiked to an all-time highs of 398 terahash per second. We see hash rate definitely coming back on as the Bitcoin price is rising, guys. As Bitcoin price rises, other miners that have been off there during the bear market period are now back into profitability, and they will be turning their rigs back on. It's not a race to the finish line, guys. It's about being the most effective miner out there. So a lot of these miners that have turned their stuff off, including GPU miners, are now starting to turn their stuff back on because profits are slowly coming back. This is a good thing. This is also a very bullish sentiment, guys. We want to sit there and see hash rate always coming back online. That tells you that the network is growing, and that not only is the network growing, but the network can support the new growth. So, to me, this is a good thing. I'm very bullish on this. This lets me know that we might see $30,000 Bitcoin by the end of the week. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I've been wrong a lot. I'm no guru, but it just has all the right cues in place for another upward movement. So before the end of the week, I'm going to expect to see a $30,000 Bitcoin. And we should be able to close the end of the week above 30,000 by Friday. I'm just saying. We should. I could be wrong. We could be a little underneath it, but I think within margin we'll be above that $30,000 per Bitcoin, and striking off the third bull run within one single halvening cycle. I believe this is very, very much bullish. And then going into some of the top stories of this week, Bitcoin's white paper is apparently hiding in Apple's modern Mac OS. Yo, that is hilarious. And who comes in right on cue? We got fake Toshi Nakamoto, Craig fake Toshi Wright, not the Bitcoin creator. He is just a habitual liar that is trying to claim that he's the Bitcoin creator because nobody else is. So who's going to prove him wrong? Which the Bitcoin network has proved him wrong several times, that he's nothing more than a compulsive liar. But he's already chimed up and saying that he's setting up a lawsuit against Apple on this one, because in the UK courts cited that because there was no real evidence. They cited that, oh yeah, the white paper is his. It's not. He has nothing to do with this. But anyway, I digress. That's my little rant. Satoshi Nakamoto's original white paper laying out in these in thesis for the Bitcoin network seems hiding within every modern version of the operating system from Apple Mac's computers. On April 5th blog from a technologist, Andy Baio, revealed that a PDF of the Bitcoin white paper has apparently shipped with every copy of Mac OS since Mojave in 2018. Bio told Cointelegraph he was trying to fix his printer and scanned a document when Nakamoto's white paper first appeared. He created a prompt in the terminal that would enable others to easily access the white paper. So, bam. It is in every, whether Apple likes it or not, they now have the Bitcoin white paper and distribute it to every Apple user in the network. That means there's a whole bunch of people who have the beginning research of what true freedom is. They have freedom in their hands, even though it's on the hardware from a tyrannical company that thinks that the users should have to continuously buy new equipment, and if it breaks, it's not their fault; it's the user's fault. Apple really does abuse their customers, but at least they are now shipping a copy of freedom with everything that they sell. I guess there's you could sit there and say that there's a glimmer of hope with inside of Apple, that they're not completely corrupted evil. Binance Australia derivative license canceled by securities regulators. So Binance's doors are getting shut down, even in Australia now. Elon Musk changes Twitter icon to Doge after seeking lawsuit dismissal. That was a hilarious one. If you guys aren't on Twitter, he changed the Twitter Bluebird mascot to a Doge. Completely hilarious. So the Dogecoin came, and then Doge also pumped during that point in time too. So hilarious. Social media platform asked the United States judge to dismiss a $258 billion lawsuit filed by investors alleging the operation of a pyramid scheme to promote Dogecoin. Musk's lawyer, however, argued that funny pictures and tweeting words of support do not amount to fraud claims. As for this week, the marketing move positively impacted the altcoin's price. Doge surging up over 22% in 1 hour after the icon was changed. Yeah. I don't look at it as it's manipulation at all, but it is funny. And with that being said, we are at that 1 hour marker, guys. So you guys got any other comments or questions for me? If not, you know what I mean? Comments or questions for me, definitely drop some FAs in the Chizity chat. Because you guys are rated F for freaking awesome. Yo, that's right. Definitely smash that Lizity like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. What up, the dude? It's like I just got in and it's over. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, the dude. You'll just have to rewatch everything. It's all good. Patrick's like, what's your question? I see that. That looks like that thinking, You got a cool question for me, Patrick? I know. It's so awesome. It's so awesome, the dude that Craig fake Toshi is pissed off at fucking Apple. It's like Craig Wright can eat a you know what. But absolutely hilarious that or no answer. Ha! That is true. That is true. Touche, Patrick. Touche. Yeah. So, anybody have any other comments or questions before I head up out of here? If not, certainly if you are new here, join the Discord. Links down below, guys. Yo, it's free to join. If you would like to have your rigs hosted at the Family Mine, get into the Patreon, fellas. You want to get in there, get into the pseudo hasher tier, so that you have your VIP access ticket to be able to get into the facility before the room fills up quick, guys. I'm telling you now that if you don't sit there and get into the Patreon, there's no guarantee that you're going to have space on our shelf. I'm just saying. I want to have all of you awesome people having your rigs at the facility, guys. And we're not even going to charge that much, guys. So, I mean, it's not even that. I mean, the rig's only, it's like outside the electric, it's $5 a month to sit on our shelves. And then you have clean air, cool air, and professionals looking after your rigs. Let's see here. Rude, you got questions here. All right. 55 watts each for 12 of them. Nice. 351 mega hash. 55, some 44. Not bad. Yeah, 351 watts versus a 3050 that does 470 for 100 watts. So two of these would have more efficiency than one. You'd have more hash rate and the same watts, and almost double the hash rate if you had two. Damn, yeah, that is pretty damn efficient. That's just the average on them. Not bad. John Germain, not bad. So, if you guys don't have any other comments or questions or anything like that, certainly smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. And remember, guys, don't just click off the video. Click on one of the things that YouTube suggests and then click off of it that way. It actually does help me. Those few people that have been participating in this, it actually has been helping. So thank you, everybody that's been doing this. So thank you, everybody, for being here. With that being said, peace out, stay savage, and may your watts be low and your hash be high. And I'll see you on the next one. Yo.